Then let's talk about it. How corn is consuming you. How your brain, once sharp, hungry, and restless, has been hijacked by the cheapest currency in existence, dopamine. You think you're in control, right? That you're just relaxing, unwinding, passing time. But the truth? Your mind has been reprogrammed. Every swipe, every click, every pixel is a lab experiment you didn't sign up for. I am Shadow, and this isn't a lecture. It's an autopsy of your attention, your drive, and your dopamine. 1. The chemistry of control. Here's the science they don't bother to explain. Dopamine is not pleasure. It's motivation. It's the molecule that moves you towards something, not the reward itself, but the anticipation of reward. And that's where it gets dark, because every app, every game, every porn site learn to hijack that anticipation loop to make your brain chase novelty, not satisfaction. In neuroscience, they call it incentive salience. The mechanism that turns a neutral stimulus into something your brain needs to pursue. Translation, you don't even like half the things you click. You just crave the next hit. 2. The loop, stimulation without fulfillment. You play, you scroll, you watch, and each time, your brain releases a burst of dopamine. Tiny, short-lived, addictive. But the more artificial stimulation you feed it, the less sensitive your dopamine receptors become. It's called downregulation. Your brain adapts. It starts whispering, this doesn't hit the same anymore. So you chase harder. You click faster. You escalate until normal life, reading, studying, talking, working out, feels like static. That's not depression. That's desensitization. You trained your brain to only respond to fireworks. Now it can't appreciate candlelight. 3. The chronography paradox. Corn is the most efficient dopamine trap ever created. It promises intimacy, but delivers isolation. It mimics connection, but rewards disconnection. From a biological standpoint, it triggers the same pathways as actual sex, but without the oxytocin, without the bonding, without the reality. Every session rewires your neural circuits to associate arousal with novelty, not with connection. That's why real relationships start to feel flat. And real people, too complex, too slow. In neuroscience, they call this supernormal stimulation. Artificial signals that overwhelm the brain's reward system, beyond what evolution ever prepared it for. You weren't designed for endless novelty. You were designed for meaning. 4. The game that plays you. Video games often follow a simple principle, but they disguise it as progress. Levels, loot drops, and sound effects are forms of engineered reinforcement. You're not lazy, you've been conditioned. Many games borrow ideas from Skinner boxes, psychological tools of reward and repetition. Each achievement releases dopamine, not enough to satisfy, just enough to continue. Over time, your brain may start confusing digital milestones with real accomplishment. You're rewarded for quick inputs, not lasting creation. And when effort no longer matches reward, real work can start to feel unbearable. Because it takes time, your neural economy adapts to shortcuts, and patience becomes the final boss. 5. The social feed, the new drug. And then there's social media, the quietest addiction of them all. Infinite scroll, infinite novelty, infinite noise. You don't even know why you open the app anymore. It's reflex, a subconscious itch. Every swipe gives your brain a maybe something funny, maybe something shocking, maybe nothing. That maybe is the most addictive variable of all, a psychological mechanism called intermittent reinforcement. It's the same pattern that keeps gamblers glued to slot machines. You're not seeking entertainment. You're chasing uncertainty. And uncertainty, neurologically speaking, releases more dopamine than guaranteed rewards. That's why scrolling feels easier than studying, and memes feel more rewarding than real achievements. The system is designed to make sure you never stop pulling the lever. 6. The ADHD illusion. Here's where things get interesting. So many people are self-diagnosing ADHD, but in many cases, it's not attention deficit. It's dopamine deficit, a brain overstimulated for years. Struggles with quiet, focus, and patience. You call it I can't concentrate. Science calls it hypofrontality, underactivation of the prefrontal cortex, caused by chronic overexposure to novelty and reward. You don't have a broken brain. You have an exhausted one. The cure isn't another stimulant. It's stillness, discomfort, silence. That's where your neural balance resets. 7. The detox that actually works. Forget the influencer version of dopamine fasting. You can't fast from biology. You can only retrain it. Here's the truth, backed by behavioral neuroscience. Every time you resist an impulse, you strengthen your prefrontal cortex, the brain region responsible for decision and discipline. It's like a muscle. Each small victory builds wiring that says, I control the signal. Start with structure, not punishment. 1 hour phone-free mornings. 10 minutes of sunlight daily. Daily physical work, even 20 push-ups. Track one small win per day. One screen-free night per week. Replace the fake hits with earned ones. The difference? Real dopamine follows effort, not escape. 8. The rebuild. When I started detoxing, I didn't quit dopamine. I earned it. I learned to love slow, to enjoy the lag before reward, to find satisfaction in silence. I trained my body to move again. Weights, walks, writing, real feedback loops. The reward was slower, but lasting. Games stopped being fun when real life started feeling like one. Porn lost its pull when I started facing myself. Social media lost its grip when I realized I didn't need an audience to exist. That's dopamine discipline. Not denial, but design. You can't destroy desire. You can only direct it. Dopamine is not your enemy. It's your compass, but only if you stop letting strangers spin it for you. Every time you resist a fake reward, you sharpen the edge of your willpower. Every time you choose boredom over stimulation, you remind your brain that peace isn't the absence of noise. It's the presence of control. That's not motivation. That's mastery. If this message hit you, don't let it fade in the next 30 seconds. Comment your first move. Less screen, more reps. Less porn, more purpose. Whatever it is, write it. Make it real. Like the video if you're reclaiming your focus. Subscribe if you're ready to earn your dopamine again. Because this right here, isn't about quitting. It's about remembering what real pleasure feels like when you stop renting your brain to algorithms.